Hi guys, David Nemeroff with Aikido Master Self-Defense Academy and the Martial Arts Message here. And today we're talking about the sensei and student relationship, the relation between the martial arts teacher and the martial arts student. And that relationship is really quite different than any other relationship in other activities, especially in the Western world. Where maybe I'm being a little cheesy here, but I think about the relationship between Miyagi and Daniel-san in the first Karate Kid. There was a very strong bond, and if you really examine that movie and watch it for the relationship that cultivated from the training, it's really quite special. And the same is true with a quality martial arts instructor and a student. So in Western culture, a person comes in, they want to pay tuition, they want to get a service, and then they're done. And there's a lot of times very little appreciation or dedication to the person because they feel like they paid the tuition and so they don't owe anything to the teacher. However, in Japanese culture and other cultures, other Eastern cultures as well, there is a much stronger bond and connection that could develop. And tuition in Eastern culture is a symbol for appreciation. It's not an equal, I give you money, you give me service. It's not the same thing. It's a sign of appreciation. Because in truth, what a sensei gives is far more valuable than a couple bucks. Think about it. You know, you have a personal transformation that can happen, a profound change in a person's spirit, physical attributes, as well as mental state. You know, getting confidence to speak up for yourself and defend yourself, confidence to approach life differently, the endurance to defend yourself and the skill to survive, teach you how to survive is so valuable. Okay, a couple bucks doesn't even come close to what a real good sensei will teach you. And I know for myself, you know, my teachers, I want to honor them. You know, I always think of them before myself because I appreciate and I realize all that they've given me over the years. It's insane. I can never pay them back for all that they've given me. And, you know, in traditional martial arts, it is the student that has to prove themselves worthy of the teacher. It's not that the teacher has to prove themselves worthy of the student. If the student wants to learn from the sensei, then they have to prove, or they should try and prove, that they have the right spirit and heart, and that they are going to be loyal and dedicated and not just, you know, hop from school to school. You want a student as a sensei who is going to be committed to you, because you're going to waste, you know, weeks, months, years on this person who ultimately isn't going to appreciate you and go elsewhere because they just always want the new thing. That's not the traditional way. That's not the way it should be. Think about it. If I'm Mr. Hershey and I've developed this chocolate empire and someone comes to me and says, I want to learn your formula for making chocolate, and will you teach me your secrets? And then in the next breath he says, but I'm also going to be studying at Nestle down the road. Do you think Mr. Hershey is going to be so excited to teach this person, you know, his formulas? No, because he doesn't appreciate and respect all that went into coming up with that formula. And so the same with the martial arts student. You want the student to appreciate all that the sensei knows and has endured, and, you know, that he's willing to do the same thing. In the martial arts, there is a term called giri. Giri is servitude to your teacher. It's honoring them and doing whatever you can to put them first so that they know that they're worthy of learning, you know, and being taken all the way. I'm very fortunate that my teachers have taught me everything that they have. And I think if you ask them, they'll tell you because I am committed to them to a fault. I will never waver. I will never, question them. And because I trust that they know what's best for me as far as martial arts go. I just trust them. And, I've had many opportunities over the years to go to this seminar and that seminar and study with this person and very famous people. I've had a lot of opportunities over the years. However, I decline. I've had invitations to help people and be connected with certain organizations, but I decline them every time because I am committed to my teacher. I am dedicated to them. And they have asked me to do things like do research or write down thoughts or articles and give it to them, and or go to their house and help move things. This is a very traditional thing, and I don't ask anything in return because I honor them. This is how I show my appreciation. It's not just, oh, well, I paid him tuition and now I don't owe him anything. That's not traditional martial arts. That's not Budo. Okay? So, and I know many of my friends that have traditional teachers, and they've done things like gardened at their house for them and, clean their car and, help shovel and do all these different things because it is so valuable that my teacher or our teachers continue to teach us. So when you go into a martial arts school and you're training, always realize that your teacher is investing a lot in you, in each individual person. And they're constantly watching to see who is reciprocating, who is giving forth an effort. And I'm not saying reciprocating as in, buying me things or buying a sensei things or, just we're looking to just get you to do our yard work or anything like that. In fact, I've never asked any student to do yard work for me. However, a sensei will look at the students that are committed, and those are the ones that will rise above. If you can't even give forth an effort as a student, then the sensei is going to give you what you give back. Okay, so keep that in mind. However, as you look deeper into the martial arts relationship, there is, for those who endure and those who persevere and are committed, a very strong bond. It is almost in some ways like a father-child relationship in some ways. There is a trust that builds over years and years that a teacher may confide certain things in their students, and certain students, these ukideshi students, these inner circle students especially. Every sensei has usually like an inner circle kind of. And it's not to say that the other students are less important. That's not what I'm saying. Because as a sensei, we value all our students because we want to help them grow as people, because it helps spread the message of Budo, the message of enlightenment and peace and inner balance, which ultimately helps the world. So every person that starts training from day one is a value. However, though, it is a reciprocal relationship, and one that we look to cultivate as a sensei. We would like to make diamonds out of people who show potential. Those people will get the real intense specialized training, maybe give them certain opportunities. For instance, I'm a guest instructor in different major martial arts conventions around the country, and I bring certain students that I feel are trustworthy. I give them that honor of coming with me to see these experiences with me. I've taken students to Japan with me. These are people that I feel like I can trust, and so I try to repay them by showing them, that they can be a part of these things. So honor your teacher, show respect to them, and they will reciprocate in kind. But remember that you're coming to them to learn something that's invaluable. So, be committed to your teacher, show them respect, and they will give you the world. Okay? So, have a great day, and I hope this helps. And arigato.